Hey, and we're back, everybody. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We're getting into our second hour of Ross Cowman's Life on Mars. So we're super excited to come back. How are we doing today? Adam and Nick, I hope you guys are doing well, right? You guys doing
Yeah.
good?
Yep.
Yeah,
hmm
awesome. Cool. So since we're done our break here, for those who are just tuning in, or those who needed a quick little refresher or maybe forgot what we're doing, so Life on Mars is a story game about the first manned mission to Mars. Not a permanent mission. It's kind of like The Martian. They're doing some kind of study of some kind. And Ross Cowman, you might have heard the name from Adam Couples or Roll20 Presents Fall of Magic, because this is a game also by the same designer. So it's very much like a role-driven, kind of prompty kind of game. Very fun, very cool, very relaxing. There's nothing really to pick up from. We have our names here, getting ready to go back on screen. And we're just gonna pick it back up. We're getting into our month 4, right, guys? Fourth. Oh yeah,
Yep.
our fourth monk. Fourth monk.
Fourth monk.
Fourth monk.
Our dad's fourth monk.
The three monks before. I'm so sorry to say that they died in space.
We lost them.
Uh, I take my hat off and hold it in a very posthumously.
Space monastery is empty.
Yeah. So we're on our 4th month of our 6-month journey to Mars. So I'm gonna head back over to the game here, guys. All right. So we are starting our 4th month. Once again, joining us, we have Commander Mew, played by me, female, somewhat vaguely Asian is what I'm doing right now. That's all. So far, her husband passed away in some sort of like aircraft or NASA experiment or test. And she's a kind of a serious person, but looks out for her crew, kind of like a very parental kind of figure.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Who else wants to talk about?
Oh, we're doing refreshers?
Yeah, just quick little.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Monks always die. That's so
I'm playing
true.
Dakota. She is a female who a lot of the origins of which I have not given away, but she has a somewhat tragic past that she's tried to leave behind on Earth, and she is the resident doctor.
Yes.
The
I
theme
think I'm
here.
playing her a little bit kind of young, so like kind of early 20s, a little bit kind of odd.
See, Life on Mars is a game that tells you that sometimes the heaviest baggage that you bring to Mars doesn't count against the weight limits.
Mm. Mm.
It's deep.
Super
Words.
deep, right? Super deep. All right.
Yeah, I am playing Val, who is the engineer, who has also earned the dedicated for his efforts to fix the ship and save it from the asteroid. That was almost that. Did it hit us? Who knows?
Ooh.
He has a couple things going for him. He left a family behind on Earth, and he's also got some sort of generic gonna kill him sickness.
Yeah.
You know,
Tuberculosis.
Great.
Space.
Tuberculitis.
scurvy,
Space
something like
tuberculosis.
Space TV.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Awesome. And last but not least is Hune, our lovable generic pilot filler character that we can just use that we haven't developed exactly yet.
We
So,
need to give him some drinking problems.
oh. Share the pudding. Share the pudding says that he would buy that quote on a pillow or something on Etsy. Super cool. Yeah, I dig that too.
Cross the
I-
sun to a pillar.
Yeah. Live, laugh, love. Sometimes the things that you bring to Mars. Awesome. Okay, so
We need one of those black signs so white girls can put it in their apartments.
oh yeah, absolutely. what are we doing here on Twitch playing games? Let's make millions of dollars, right? Let's
Alright,
let's just decorate everyone's dorm rooms. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put back on our space helmets and jump back in the game, right? Visors down.
The visor down, I can't see anything.
Cool.
How am I supposed to
All right.
roleplay?
So anybody want to go first? For our month 4, so that we have that ominous asteroid coming our way. I have one, but it's not really related to the asteroid. If that's cool.
Sure. I'm fine with that.
I'm gonna do a scene in the cabin of what gives me comfort.
Cabrino.
So we're going to see a scene of the commander Normally, we see scenes of the commander being very always in control, kind of like knows what's going on, very pristine, proper, still wearing her like regulation garbs instead of just the underwear that they give us. You see, this is probably since we started sometime around January, like late December, fourth month would be like in April or so,
Yeah.
right?
Aprilish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
April.
Commander Mew actually opens up a her sort of like personal effects container and pulls out a rosary and actually starts to pray a little bit, doing like one of those like I forget what you do when you do the rosary. I don't know what you actually call it, but she starts like just doing one of those things like clutching the beads in
Yeah.
her hand, doing that kind of thing, thinking about how it's Easter back home,
Is this in the midst of
and is praying
asteroid crisis?
and no, this is probably before that.
Okay,
Like this might be a few days before.
I was about to say that's
Yeah, that was no.
might have been all time for that.
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of weird that it's kind of that asteroid thing kind of immediately precedes this
Yeah.
this sort of comforting kind of thing, right? So yeah, Hail Mary, thank you, Spike Maw. That's what it's called. I cannot remember the prayer. I know. Don't tell my mom. Okay. Cool. So that's what gives me comfort is religion, is the faith of some my culture apparently is Catholic in some way, so that is what helps give me comfort.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool.
This is tough.
Yeah. I guess.
It's hard.
I know. Yeah. It's like.
I want to resolve the asteroid conflict, but like,
Do it, you will.
well, I'm trying to find a tactful way to do it.
I mean, you can always just do a scene after the asteroid event, right?
Yeah. But drama, but tension. Do you have some, Adam?
It was going somewhere, but I'm not sure if it's.
One of you guys got to go, so
Yeah.
I
draw straws.
I have a bit of an idea for a scene.
Okay.
Okay.
But I wanna ask like a techno. Actually, you know what? Technobabble doesn't matter, so I'll make it happen if I want to.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So I think
accurate.
we're still in the middle of the asteroid crisis. And I think Dakota probably would have run with you because she wants like a very clear idea of what's going on outside. Because she's not really, up on the technobabble, so she has no idea what like the relay back and forth between mission control and Val's been like so far.
Sure.
So she's trying to just get like visual confirmation of what's going on, and she sees the asteroid out there. And immediately she thinks back to the conversation that she'd had like a few days ago with Val, and she kind of thinks back on like their friendship.
Val's still outside at this scene, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's still floating around outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in like without like bothering to get like a good idea of what's going on with the rest of the situation, without like radioing to Mew or anything, she immediately sprints down to the galley, to the airlock galley version.
Yeah.
She kind of just like I think by this point, Mew and Hyun and are
So
probably
you're in the galley?
Yeah.
Okay, move your token.
Oh, I forgot to move it. I will move. Yeah. Scene required setup. So she rushes down to the airlock, and she kind of just like the other side's already locked off, so the place has had time to depressurize. So she basically just slams her fist down on the button to release the door into the kind of like foyer.
The inner door.
Yeah,
lock.
yeah.
Yeah. The inner door.
The
Yeah.
hermetically sealed part. And without bothering to put a lot of effort into it, she straps on the spacesuit. She throws on a helmet very quickly. She waits for the whole thing to depressurize. And by this point, like you and Hune have like heard the sounds go off, and they've heard like the warning coming down from there. So they've probably rushed in to see her do this.
Airlock decompressing. Yeah, or like the thing. Yeah, the nice like Cortana voice.
Right, and like decontaminate.
Damn it, Siri.
Yeah. Siri and Skype have ruined our spaceship. We went lowest bidder. So she immediately kind of like hits the other button to like kind of just rush the other airlock for openings. Like she's like, damn, the decontamination depressurization sequence. I don't have time for this. So she gets the other door open, and like because it's not fully depressurized, she gets blown out kind of immediately. She has the tether already strapped on.
Yeah, but she gets like sucked out.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty far. But she immediately kind of like rights herself with the thrusters as best she can, because she's kind of just like working off adrenaline, so she's like incredibly focused.
So you don't get the bad like hit, like you didn't go the entire length of the tether before the tether
Right.
catches you.
I didn't like blast out
like,
like, 300 feet away.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Okay.
Like 30 feet away, and then I'm like
got it.
myself.
Yeah. Okay.
And she immediately kind of like thrusts herself down to Val, even though he could probably help himself. She's just like so concerned with back inside. So she kind of just like grabs his arm like very roughly, probably like almost like painfully, kind of throwing him off a little bit. And she kind of just like boosts back and rips the tether that he's tied to away from him. So it just kind of goes like spiraling off into space, and brings him back up to the airlock, and kind of just like throws him inside and shuts the door back. And as the whole thing depressurizes, she like bends over and throws off the helmet even when there's not enough air, and she takes like a gasping breath, and she's like, "You're okay, right?"
Yeah. So he like does the same thing, like kind of like leaning against the wall. He like pushes the thick like clasps off his helmet or whatever, and then and it clunks to the floor and. Yeah, I'm fine.
I think she Dakota reaches a hand over and she like presses it on your shoulder, and she's like, "No, are you okay?" And she kind of like stands you up a little bit with her.
Yeah, yes, actually, I am.
I think she moves the hand that's on your shoulder to your cheek for a second, just like briefly, and then she realizes it's kind of like a social faux pas, and she like draws it away, and she's like, "You were kind of just, out there like a deer in headlights. I was worried."
Yeah, thought I saw the end there for a minute, but I think we're okay now. So thank you.
Okay. And I think like as you finish saying thank you, there's kind of like a thud against the bottom of the ship, not like one to rock the entire ship, but enough that we can feel it where we're standing, and it kind of just like jars the ship a little bit. We're thrown off balance, and then it kind of passes, and we
like he just got us like above the thing, but like
so like it glances off the hull enough where we can feel it where we are, but the rest of the ship's probably unaffected. There's even kind of like a little indentation in the bottom of the floor from how hard it hit. And I think they kind of just like end the scene looking at each other and still like gasping for air.
Oh, dang.
Romantic tension +1.
So I think I'm giving myself dedicated for that. That's what I was going.
We're all dedicated.
We are dedicated to each other. Space Bros for life.
We are now all dedicated and have sexual tension +1.
Yes. Oh, we don't all have sexual tension +1. I don't know. You and Hune seem to have a thing going on.
Yeah. All right.
Got space orgies all over the place.
Oh God.
Please, no. I don't think NASA would appreciate that.
Nah.
Not as much. Not as much as we would.
We already took space vodka. We can't go that far.
So, all right. Val.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna be in the cargo hold. So I'm like this is like maybe like an hour or so after that. Kind of like I assume like maybe like Dakota took Val to like just do like a after space flight checkup or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he's coming back and kind of getting the suits into their like hangar things and taking it back to their cargo space or like wherever they're supposed to go. And he's like putting them up on the like where they're supposed to go and like checking it back into the terminal and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like he like has this like little like box that was in his hand when they came back in.
Mm-hmm.
And starts like kind of like he like starts opening it up and like there's like wires and stuff inside of it, and he like plugs it into the terminal and starts like typing and doing some stuff, and like the computer like does like a thing to tell the audience what's happening, and it's like running diagnostics, and like it starts running diagnostics on this little like thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of just, like staring at the screen, and as like the loading bar like does its thing, and it like science just pops up on like technobabble just comes up and like,
visual graphics of percent signs and
just random graphs and bars
Binary.
and stuff.
oh yeah, all the graphs and all the bar graphs and histograms that you could ever want, ever.
Yep.
Oh my god, even a few line graphs in there for safe measure.
Yes, of
3D one
course.
in there.
Scatter plots, even maybe if we're feeling really fancy.
A Gantt chart for some reason.
God.
Bell curves to galore.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so yeah, all this
Yeah,
stuff pops up.
but bell curves are pretty normal, right? No. Okay.
And then he like, wait a minute, this isn't right.
Math puns.
And so he's like staring at it, and then I think it like diagonal wipe or some sort of wipe over to would Mew be like on the flight deck or in her captain's quarters or somewhere like that, or
She's probably praying, right? It's probably some weird like downtime or something. She's probably praying. Yeah, in the cabin.
Okay. Yeah, so like Mew's in her cabin, and then like a knock is on like
A knock or like through the comms, do you think?
oh yeah, I guess
Like a video terminal probably like immediately turns on in a room, right?
yeah, so it's like just an outside thing.
Yeah.
And he like does like the like Commander, can I, if you're not too busy, could I have a moment?
Oh, yeah. What is it, Val? Commendable work again, for everything you did out there, fixing that thruster and that asteroid.
Can I come in?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah,
And I think she's kind of almost embarrassed that she's religious and maybe like quickly tucks that thing away, her rosary, and kind of puts it away. That's why she doesn't like keep it out out all the time.
Interesting. Yes. So yeah, he like pushes the thing in it like after she like accepts it or whatever, the door slides
Yeah,
open.
of course. Like the whoosh. Yep.
Yeah, and he's got that box with all the wires and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he like walks over. There's like a table or something, and he like kind of sets it down. And sorry, ma'am, I'm not gonna bore you too much with the technical details, but
Are you okay? She looks at you a little bit. It's like, you look a little unwell.
Sudden realizations will do that to you.
Hmm.
So when we left Earth, we had lots of equipment we were supposed to have, and apparently some things we weren't supposed to have. That asteroid should not have been that close to us.
Agreed.
And I like point at it and like pull out like some chip or something that's inside the box, whatever, and like our sensors should have picked it up, but this made it not do that.
Oh, and you show like a faulty sensor thing array to her.
Yeah, like it's like a faulty sensor or like
Intentionally sabotaged or a jammer?
Oh, this was like jammed.
Something like he pulls it out and like it. This was connected to the sensor array on the starboard side. And
she looks it over and she's like, you're gonna have to explain this to me. It's been a while. What am I looking at?
So we have our standard NASA SB-242
Of course, sensor array. Yeah.
Sensor arrays on both sides, of course. And
So what is this? This looks like an augmenter.
It's
You can tell by its size and coloration. Like what's up?
it's well, it's not regulation, you see. I didn't put this on there. I don't think anybody. Let me
Who
just
el-
say this. Anybody who
I have to interrupt you. Who else knows about this?
Nobody right now.
Okay,
At least
proceed. What do you know?
anybody that wanted us to succeed in this mission would not have put this on our ship.
I think she looks at you, and I think Muse says to you, Val, I respect you. I agree with you, but you're going to need to forget that you found this.
And he like looks back at the thing, and then looks at you and Commander, and then turns and walks out.
Yeah, nice.
Kelsa, look, it's a MacGuffin brand actuator.
Yeah, MacGuffin is like the Halliburton.
It's a faulty motivator.
The resonance chip is broken. Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, cool. I like that. Cool touch. Yeah, now we go to month 5. Super cool. Getting close to Mars. We are way closer to Mars than we are to Earth.
Wait, did you have a scene, Eric?
Yes. I did the rosary at the start.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
the
I
praying
forgot.
one.
It was very brief.
Yeah. I kind of prefer like either half scenes or vignettes to like
No, it's
let
fine.
people jump up to other things, I think, right now. I kind of am started doing that for this game. I'm not sure.
I happened to forget about it. But okay.
I had an idea beforehand, but I wanted to wait since we were kind of doing a bunch of other stuff. So,
Oh, you had something else to add to the scene?
not that scene. I have for this next round.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
You're
want
at a point.
do you want to go or do you want someone else to go?
I was gonna go.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
fine. I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yep. So he's going to the it'll be in our
Satellite?
satellite.
Okay.
So it's like maybe like a week or so after that, and he's back in the comms array, and it opens up very much like where how it did before, like the camera kind of like slowly going up. You see Val sitting in the chair. His leg isn't tapping this time, like, and then it comes into the screen, and it shows like that same exact like the same comm code or whatever, and then the name of it like engineer Val dash home or whatever, and he's kind of sitting there waiting, and then it starts like going like it starts like we hear the Skype we hear the Skype call come through,
Boop, 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 boop.
and then he answers it, and on the screen a young girl is like, her face is like way up right into the camera,
Yeah.
and both like Val is I guess kind of finally describing him. He has he's black. He has like pretty dark skin, like mostly buzzed hair, kind of like a I'm not sure how space hygiene is, but like he's kind of let his facial hair grown out a little bit. The girl that's like in the view of the camera, she has more of like a mocha skin. Her skin's like quite a bit lighter than his. And then yeah, so her face is like pressed like right into the camera, like way up in it. And as it like comes through, she like puts on a big grin, and then just like, "Oh, Daddy, you answered finally. I've been waiting to talk to you for so long. Oh my God, so school has been." Then she goes like just a long tirade about school or something, and he just kind of like a small smile on his face, and he like listens, and there's like, oh that's so good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that. And then he lets her go on for a while, and he yeah. So did you get the present? And she nods and like lifts it up, and like it's a book or it's a book about space or something like
Oh,
something
okay,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
yeah, thanks so much. Like, all right, yeah, happy birthday, Lily. Can you put Grandpa on?
Ooh.
And then she's like, yeah, sure. And then she like runs away, and she comes back with an older white gentleman, and he like kind of like sits down and oh, Val, you're not too important doing space stuff to finally talk to us, huh? Like, and he shakes his head and kind of gives like a disheartened chuckle. Yeah, I guess could we have a chat alone? And then he like the guy on the face kind of like gives a little like short nod, and Lily, how about you go, Grandma's making dinner, how about you go help? And then you hear like the pitter patter run off, and then he looks up at the Val looks up at the screen again, and it's back, and then we fade to black.
Oh. He opens up and lets them. Oh, okay. Oh, I got one.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm going to the galley. I don't know what description I want yet, but what I want to do is this is like day one, like just a random day, right? And it's after dinner, and we just finished eating our chow, and I step away for a couple minutes while everyone's kind of like congregated still on the galley, doing what they do, right? And I come back like backwards coming into you guys, like clearly hiding something. The way the lighting looks, like there's something kind of like sparkly or kind of like making some sort of like figment of light and shadow, like whatever is like near my chest. And I turn around and I'm holding a little tiny like cake with two little candles in it. And everyone except clearly for a surprise Dr. Dakota, everyone says happy birthday. And Commander Mew says, so like happy birthday, Doctor. You don't think we're gonna forget about your birthday, do you? And just make sure that make sure you don't. This doesn't go on the report here, but I totally had to steal these candles from a high schooler science project for Mars here for you. But
I think Dakota kind of looks at the cake and then loads back up with a smile, and she's like, "I would have preferred whiskey, but this will probably do, I guess. You had to steal something to put in it, so it's."
Christ, you know how hard it is to bake a chocolate cake on a spaceship, right?
I think she kind of leans forward on her hands and
just eat it, you Debbie Downer. She
like goes to say something and then immediately
playful
just cuts into the cake.
Yeah, like in a little playful banter,
Yeah.
Open mind. You'll be. Yep.
Embrace the chocolate.
I think brilliant maybe for cooking or for pulling on a surprise like that.
Oh, that's what you were trying to do? Okay.
I guess. I mean, I didn't actually think of a descriptor. I just knew I wanted to do a birthday surprise.
That's cool. Yeah, that's fun.
I don't know. I'm in sort of like a life event kind of mode tonight. If you haven't noticed, it helps me frame scenes a little bit. A little bit of what us in the biz like to call color.
I think brilliant works. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Val's like thing was definitely some sort of alcohol.
Oh yeah, I would have imagined. Just
yeah.
More space moonshine. We didn't even repurpose the jet fuel this time. We just took from.
We're just drinking jet fuel.
Yeah, basically, just straight. We're just taking it straight.
God. It brings back so many memories of my Night Witches games, man. Like we would drink that stuff, like the ethyl alcohol. Stop. No.
But you got nothing else to do. We're going to Mars, guys. So is that the end of your scene?
Yeah, that's the end of my scene.
Okay. All right.
You can build on it if you want, or just do anything you want.
No, I'm happy with that.
It is.
Awesome. Yeah,
Me too.
It's awesome.
I want to go somewhere I haven't been yet. Where should I go?
Maybe somewhere no man has gone before.
Ah.
Bum, 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 bum,
I think
bum,
Magma has
bum.
been to every single. DeForest, Kelly, and the rest. Shit. All right, I think satellite is where I will go. I have not been to the satellite yet. So, for framing purposes, do we want to say that like this space Skype program that we have is something that maybe like is an existing software that we migrated to function with the ship, so maybe like it stores previous messages from back when we were on Earth and actually communicating with people?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
I think of maybe something like Interstellar. You know, like you
Yes.
record VODs to each other.
Yeah, something like that.
Mostly because you can't do like live streaming really that much
Right.
anymore.
Because
Like it's very hard to do live
we run
streaming.
out of space bandwidth. We don't have.
Yeah,
There are no cell towers.
we have like a 5-minute delay.
Right.
Oh, so did my scene not work?
Don't worry, no, it works fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
No,
through
this-
the power of plot,
yeah,
our
this minor
connection
change doesn't like fuck up
No.
anything.
We
No,
happen
I don't
to be on
honestly. I don't care. Yeah,
satellite,
yeah.
and so I got
That's
it at the right bandwidth time, but
Yeah.
now we're off.
You cross the streams.
We're fine.
Yeah, no.
There was
I
a
don't-
delay.
I'm
We
I'm not a
just-
stickler for that any of that kind of shit in my games, so don't worry
Yeah,
about it, man.
it's not important.
Yeah.
So I think Dakota kind of like maybe after the party has gone into the comms array, and she like very carefully kind of tiptoes inside and makes sure to like kind of lock the door behind her, turn off all the lights just for a feeling of security, even if it doesn't really do anything. And she glances around the room, sees if there's any like immediate cameras that would catch her doing anything, and then kind of like takes a seat. And when she pulls up her old video feed, and the audience would kind of get like a zoom in on the screen, you see that she's only got like 3 contacts on it, and like the last message to any of them was at least like 8-9 months ago, so way before the trip even began. And she hovers over a name, Hank, and she kind of like clicks it, and in doing so it pulls up like a bunch of old video messages that have been archived there.
Yeah.
And she kind of just
Like,
like
how many are there? Is there
probably,
like
25, 30 maybe.
like you have to like
Same.
scroll through to see them all,
Yeah,
kind of thing?
like, it's
Okay, like so there's a
multiple.
lot. There's multiple. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there's
I mean, I just wanted for my own little head picture,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
then over time, as you kind of scroll to the bottom, you get like,
Are they all unread, by the way?
what do you mean they're all in red?
Like I don't know, like maybe they're like a phone, right? When you have unread messages, like they highlight in bold.
Oh, you mean
And the red
no,
ones are
they were
not?
all- they were all like
Oh, they've all been read
like
before.
they've all been
Okay.
viewed.
Okay, cool. Got it.
And then scrolling down to the bottom, there are like it kind of the timestamps kind of like extend by like
Oh.
it's like minutes,
Yeah.
then it's hours, then it's days, then it's weeks.
Oh.
And at the bottom, there's like 3 of them that have each been sent like a month or 2 apart from one another, and they're all from Hank. And none of them have been viewed yet.
Mm.
And so she kind of like she moves the mouse that she's got over to kind of like click on them for a second. And she can see, because like it has like a little preview thumbnail. In each of them, Hank looks like incredibly disheveled and like worse for wear, and his eyes are sunken in, and he's in a dark room. Comparative to the ones that were there before, he's clean dressed, he's
Jovial.
smiling,
Yeah.
he's happy. He looks like he's there for like a long distance video date or something.
Yeah, totally.
And in the last 3, he just looks like
Haggard.
dead and
Yeah.
haggard and pleading, and she kind of like hovers over them for a minute, and like in kind of like a moment of desperation, she clicks on one, and she hears this voice over like the first like 3 seconds of it, and she just immediately closes it and runs out of the room
Damn.
without closing anything.
Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So that ends month 5, and now we go to month 6. The last month. Yeah, the last month on the ship before we get to Mars, guys. Yeah, Mars, yeah. Very, very professional.
And there was much rejoicing.
I don't. Sure, I remember going to Mars, but I don't remember much of the lasers. We're eating the carpet. All right, let's go to. I just want to do a quick little scene. I don't know. I just want to do a quick scene. It's me. I'm in like the captain's seat of or I guess yeah, I'm like the commander's seat. I guess I'm not in the pilot's seat of the ship. Hyun's next to me. And you see that we're like strapped in. We're in like our actual space kind of like things, except for the helmet again. Meanwhile, like before, juxtaposing our previous parts where we're like walking around in our long johns. You kind of like see her. We kind of see Mew kind of and Hyun kind of like looking up and like hitting like all of like the like switches above and consoles and like hitting the dash pads and stuff like that, and being like, computer, run diagnostic checks ABC. Mission control. This is the Raven. Turning in. We are at T minus whatever 100 hours we are away. We are initializing descent onto Martian surface. And that's the only scene that I want to do, is us getting kind of like serious time, going in. That might be in the future of your scenes. I don't know, but like I don't know. I just want to have a serious cold scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know the scene I want to do, but if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to save it for last.
Okay.
I kind of have plans.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I've got a thing I can do.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So we see. It's like late at night. Air quotes.
Yeah.
Like where Val is like in the galley. Like it's like fairly like I'm assuming like the lights kind of simulate sunlight, so like when it's like supposed to be daytime, like the lights are a little bit brighter, and then when it's like evening,
They dim
they
down.
like dim down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. I never thought of that. I was like, yeah, how do we tell time?
Like
I'm
that.
assuming it's something like that, just
You
like
have to. It has to be on like a rhythm. Oh my. Oh, or that would be so frustrating.
just for our own sanity. Like
Yeah,
just
it would be like being trapped in an elevator forever. It'd just be so
Yeah,
bright.
exactly.
Yeah,
So,
awesome.
yeah, to
Cool.
show,
I never
like,
thought of
how,
that. Wow.
Yeah, to show like it's later, like the lights are like a little dimmer, and
Yeah.
you see, Val like at one of the tables in the galley, and he's like he's got like tech parts like kind of all over the table,
Mhm.
and then like tools and stuff, and then he's like got something like that. He's like one main thing that he's like working on, and like he starts like it's mostly finished. Like it looks like a kind of like a little like scanner. So like some sort of like sci-fi device kind of thing with like a little screen on it and like a little thing coming out of it, and then like a cord that can plug into something. And
Sure.
he's like, finishing screwing it together. And then he like takes it and like starts turning it on. And I guess like he like it starts booting up, and then like as it gets to like to the main screen, and like it's like starts doing like the and so he like stands up and just like leaves all like there's like wires and like chips,
Discarded computer components
stuff
everywhere. Yeah,
that he just leaves on the table.
Yeah.
And he like gets up and starts like walking with the thing, and it just like keeps like and then eventually like the signals like that it's getting starts getting like bigger. And he's like basically following
So
that.
the pings come faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like he's following it through the ship, and on the left side, like maybe or like on the left side of the back, like some like it doesn't really matter where it is, whatever, but like he like gets to a point where the bings are like a lot louder and like faster.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah.
He like stops and points, and like the boops stop, and then and then it like kind of like a little like the little computer Siri voice says confirmed, signal jam detected. And then he like just like looks at this, he like it's just like a panel or something, like it's like what he's staring at is just like a panel or like a wall. So like whatever it is, it might be behind it or something in there. But like he's just kind of like staring at the wall, and then it fades away.
It makes me want to change my scene. Okay.
All right. All right.
Last one.
Let's see how we do it. All right. So I'm going to the cargo hold. So I think I'm going to stage this a little bit before Val's gone off to find the signal jammer. And I think the two of them have been spending like significantly more amounts of time together over the past like few months.
Sure. Yeah.
So she's kind of like been kind of strolling along the corridors and kind of just talking with him and shooting the shit for a while. And they arrive down toward the cargo hold, and she takes his hand and she's like, I gotta go check something in the cargo hold real quick. I think I left some personal FX in one of the storage containers. Do you mind if I just like run in there real quick? You just go wait for me in the galley. I'll be like 5-10 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, totally. I'll get the bottle started.
And I think she kind of giggles and backs her way into the room, hitting the door. And she wheels around as she gets inside. And as she does, she kind of pulls out a little, like, what would effectively be the size of like a smartphone, and kind of just holds it there. And it's sort of a translucent black kind of frame that she's just holding. And she kind of presses a few buttons on it, and a screen flickers to life. And she scrolls through it a few times, and she's kind of just like pacing about the center of the cargo hold as she does this, and she's making sure to keep all the lights off. And eventually she kind of like settles on a kind of just this like anonymous avatar picture like you would see on any kind of social media thing. And she clicks it, and she waits a few seconds, and it kind of does the Skype ringtone. Yeah. And after a few seconds, a distorted kind of voice picked up, and you can't really tell if it's like, it's got hints of both female and male, but it's clearly like being audibly changed by some kind of software.
Modulated, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's being modulated. And she kind of holds the thing away from herself, and she's kind of like, I don't know how much longer you expect me to stay in phase 3. Trials need to progress before we hit the surface. And the voice waits for a second, and then it comes back, and it's just like, well, have they been showing signs? Has there been any kind of development at all, negative or positive? And she kind of what did you do to me? She kind of twiddles the thing back and forth in her fingers for a second, and she thinks about Val for a minute. And she's like, no, I haven't seen any signs of improvement yet. None of the others' conditions have deteriorated, so and then the other voice comes back, and it's like, fine, move on to phase 4, but wait until you hit the planet. We don't know what it's going to do when we're in the middle of the atmosphere. And she kind of thinks on it for a second. She's like, you really want me to wait that long? And the voice comes back, and it's just like, if you have to. I don't think anything's going anywhere. And then she kind of just like, she kind of nods to herself, and she hangs up very abruptly, and she slides the thing back into her pocket, and she covers her mouth with her hand, very like just distraught in and of herself.
Like what I'm doing right now?
Yeah, like just kind of aghast, kind of torn, kind of shocked.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. I get it. Shit.
What did you do to me?
Yeah, what did you do?
What did you do to me?
Who do you work for?
Where's Rachel?
Where's Dad?
Where's the trigger? Awesome.
It's on Mars.
So I guess we're just going directly from space to Bat. We're doing space Batman, I guess.
At least now we know where the drugs are going.
Yeah. It's cool.
Mars.
So now we finished the space part, and now we're getting into our super cool, super fun, super awesome Mars part. So new protocols, new everything, new space, part 2. I should not have chose yellow for the color of everybody. that was a mistake. That's also shit. Let's just do black. Let's make this a little larger so we can see it, so everybody can see this. That's not good at all. I'm just gonna make it white. I'm so sorry, everybody.
There we go.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. We can all see this. So now we're on the Martian surface. Okay, cool. So these are the three things we have. Yeah, okay, those are the things that we have. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything, because sometimes I do that because I'm an idiot. Yes. No, this is right. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
All right. Let's see. What do we want to do?
Oh my gosh. These ones are. Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm reading these over.
Holy crap.
I want to make sure I didn't lose the Do we get? Hold on. I don't think we get both of these things, right? No. Okay. No, we have to finish this. Okay.
Do we only do one round of Mars?
I think so. And then we have another page that we need to get to.
Okay.
Of extra things.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Things are about to get real very quickly. Oh man.
Prepared for the realness.
Trying to figure out which one I want to go to.
I know. Like, oh my gosh.
I think I'm gonna go to Field Lab.
Okay.
So when these new protocols, right, the yellow dye, so people at home know, we're going to hold on. Did we? I can't help but feel like I'm jumping the gun right now. I feel like we have to go to the other page first. But I'm not sure.
I do not know.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna wing it for now. Okay. So I'm gonna go to the field lab. For those who don't know, I get to choose another crew member, and then we get to describe this together. I am going to choose. I'm gonna choose Val to come with me on the field lab.
So where we disagree.
So we're going to when you choose the rover, flip to the back. You might have more counters. Okay. I'm trying to see when you actually roll. Okay. So no, when we finish the scene, we actually describe it with rolling a die. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, where we disagree. Oh, I know exactly what we're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so Val, you're with me. We are our mission and our orders were that this field lab is supposed to go in a certain area, and yeah, we're not putting it in the right spot. We're clearly putting this thing in somewhere else.
Are you leading? Are you telling me to go to the wrong spot, or like? I guess is it so we all know where it's supposed to go, and then like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, no. So something is Engineer Wu. Like we're like en route or whatever, right? And like Engineer Wu, we're going to take a right up here 50 kilometers and or like 5 kilometers. That makes way more sense. And and this is like very jarring to you because this is not on the mission.
Supposed to field lab's supposed to go up near the Eurasian crater, isn't it?
Originally, yes, but things have changed. Mission Control wants us to set this up in globular centaur, right? I don't.
Centaur Mons.
Centaur Mons, right? Also known as Project X or Site X.
Man, when I signed up for this mission, I thought we were gonna be told everything that we were supposed to be doing out here.
And when I chose my crew members for this mission, I thought I was choosing people who would listen to their superiors. I'm telling you, the mission has changed. We're going to designate field lab in Centaur Mons, 5 kilometers to the east.
So he's like gripping the steering wheel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe so there's like a mound or something ahead, so like we can go like this way around it or this way around it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like lets out like a big sigh, like, I guess can we I can see this going two ways for him. So should I pick one, or should we let the role figure it out?
The role should be the ending one. I would rather I think let's try picking one.
Okay.
Let's try you just doing it, because the role's supposed to help us decide at the end.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he actually comes to a stop, like at like this pretty literal fork in the road, like around this big mountain. And like yeah, like to the right is Centaur Mons, to the left is the Eurasian crater or whatever. And man, I came here to do something right. Do something good.
Okay.
And what we're going to be doing over there, I know is right and I know is good. And I don't know what we're going that way for. So unless I know...
You remember that, and she just looks like you. It's like, just trust me, it's something to do. It's very important. You remember how we were... Remember that time on the ship where you trusted me? And referring... we have a flashback quick to the thing about the sensors.
Yeah.
It's like, trust me. We have to do this. It's for our country.
Sometime in a man's life, he finds out sometimes things are more important than his country.
I just say this is for how about the planet is what all she says. Are you willing to get behind saving Earth? And
yeah, he's like staring at her. And then the rover turns right to go towards Centaur Mons. And he doesn't say anything. He
nice.
Starts that way.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. So let's roll.
Cool.
So we're gonna roll. We're gonna rock and roll. Let's just scoot this out, I guess, so we can see it on screen. So roll a d6. 2. Who is right?
Who is right?
So I guess we know how that is.
You get to do this, right?
Yep.
Like this. Yeah.
So she's good. It's like I think she just thanks you for dropping it and being like, I wish there was. I was like, I wish I could tell you more about what's going on, but some of this is classified.
Oh my gosh, I think I have to say that. I have to do what's obvious. Ain't gonna matter soon enough.
Oh. I think maybe the rover stops and she's like, what do you mean by that? And I think maybe that's where we cut the scene. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Really cool. Super good.
Yes.
Awesome.
I have a scene I'm dying to do, but are we about to go to break?
Yeah, we
All
unfortunately.
right, then I'll hold over.
Okay, cool. Well, cool. Then we'll just cap that on that scene real quick. As we fade to our last break here before we get to our third and final part of this evening's Once Upon a Game, episode 8, Life on Mars. So thanks again everybody for tuning in so far. I really hope you're enjoying this as much as we are, audience. I'm having a blast playing this game. So thanks guys so much. We'll see you guys in about 8 minutes or so. We're just gonna go to a quick little break. Yeah, there we go.